I am live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm not sure what time it is where you are. I know it's 10:30 in the bloody morning for me, and it usually is around about this time because this is when I stream the first parts of the combat patrols, which is usually the putting together of the models bit. Good morning. It does help with introductions, doesn't it? Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. Hi, lads. Nice to meet you. I'm your strange, weird, wonderful host for this morning, for going through and building these with you. Or should I say you're going through and building these with me, whichever way around you want to put it. Hopefully that is my phone telling me yes, one of them is happening. And which one is it? Because I need to find the portrait model, because some of you lovely people come and watch me in portrait mode, and some of you lovely people come and watch me in horizontal mode, so I have to make sure I'm getting everything. Hello, Twisted. Good morning. Good morning. And it is very early morning for you, isn't it? It is very early morning. Right. That's now done, and that's now silencio. Okay, so this today is Combat Patrol issue 71, and I know my camera's still reversed, and I've not figured out how to get it unreversed. But it is the Cadian Command Squad. Now, I've just had a look through my picture from when I pulled most of my collection out. Yes, it did take up the majority of a 6 foot by 4 foot table without any terrain on there. Good morning, Fargrim Horn Raven. That is a mouthful, but good morning. Can I abbreviate it to just Fargrim? That would be so much easier for me, especially while I'm under medication. So when I pulled all my stuff out, I did get my Imperial Guard out. So I do know that I have at least one other banner bearer. So I've got a command squad in there somewhere. I've got a couple of medics, I'm sure I have. And quite a lot of... yeah, I think I've got a fair few special weapons. So I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with these. Fargrim is fine. Excellent. Thank you very much. So I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with these, because I have enough commanders. I have so I'm definitely building the Foxcaster and the banner. Stop nudging the wire, lads. It's making the camera move, you absolute buffoon. Hello, Bomber. You alright, mate? Welcome in. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm definitely building a Voxcaster, because you kind of need that in every command squad. I'm not sure if I've got any spare for them. I definitely need another banner bearer, because I've only got one that I could see on the picture. I might have two, but I've definitely got one. So, other than that, I know I've got commanders, and I'm pretty sure I've got about 3 or 4 medics. I'm damn well sure I remember seeing quite a few medics. I don't intend to go get the box out, because it's gonna take me ages to go looking through them all and go lasgun, and I don't want to sit there looking through 40 odd lasgun guys just to find the couple of specials. So I'm thinking leader's gonna end up having a power fist. Get on there. So leader, who they've got there waving around with a sword, I'm going to end up giving the power fist. And then rather than having the power sword leader dude, I'm going to go for the medic and a melter guy. So he's not going to have a power fist, he's going to have a melter. He's going to be, I think he should be okay, he should be alright. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm not building it necessarily how they want me to build it here. Kind of. Yeah, but no, I don't want power fist. It's strength 6. I'm pretty sure it's strength 6. Shall we cheat and go forward? I'm going to cheat and go forward, because it's got to tell us what it does. It's got to give me some kind of stat for it, so I can punch it in the face towards the end here. Right, okay. Yeah, see, Power Fist for Guardsman is only a strength 6. And I'm sorry, that's a bit crap. Especially for a Power Fist. Alright, it's minus 2 AP and 2 damage. But a Melter Gun is 1 shot. So okay, I'm losing 2 attacks. But it's 18-inch range. He's strength 8. Minus 4 AP. And D6 damage. Or D6 plus 1 if you're within Melter range. Good morning, Graham. Good morning. So I want my guy to have a Melter Gun. Because I'm a Guardsman. If they get into my command squad in melee, I'm already hooked. So let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. I think it's going to work better. But it does mean we are going to have to actually put the bodies together how they want us to, and then we can start naffing around with arms. So it's for the commander, the Canadian? No, not Canadian. The Cadian commander. We start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is this like old school kit where it does go in numbers to a degree? Oh, that's going to be good. Still not found my snips, so we're working with wire cutters. And now on here I've got to find, because it's all 1 sprue for all 5 guys. Well, 2 sprues for all 5 guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1, 2, and there's 3, and there's 4. Get it on. Right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to remember, I've got to get it right in the centre for both cameras. It does help. So, still can't find my snips. So, we're on for wire cutters. It's not exactly the best thing to use, but I use what I've got and forget that the camera's on a big boingy thing attached to another boingy thing, because it's the only way I can get it into this position. Otherwise it's all the way up there, and it's looking at this tiny little stuff like that for a back ain't too good. It's not easy when you're looking from all the way up there, so I'll have to bring the camera down. Apparently it works better, I believe. I don't know. As long as you can all see, that's all that matters. So it does help if, yes lads, you stay in bloody camera shot. Right, where's my, there it is. I've got to use my finger, because otherwise it's a big block of grey and I can't actually see what I'm doing. Right, nope, that's it. I'm cutting this sprue block in half. That's getting in the way. Plastic rage exists, people. Plastic rage exists. So technically it's 2 sprues now. Instead of 1 big one, it's 2 little ones. I'm standing by my decision because otherwise things get knocked. Right. Have I got my glue? I bet I bleeding haven't. And have I got a glue unclogger? Well, I do have glue. I do actually have Citadel glue. Ooh. And I do not have a glue unclogger. Ordered a few cases. Oh, figure cases from Wicked Brick. Awesome. I need more boxes and cases. I definitely need more foam. Back in one moment. I'm gonna go get a glue unclogger because it's not here. That'll do. Found one. I found a glue unclogger. Can't do this on camera, sorry. It promotes bad things. And children can't do this bit, sorry. If your glue is clogged, children, go seek an adult's help. Because not all of them will have a lighter like me. Some of them may have to improvise with things like cookers. and various other ways that you can essentially clear the nozzle. So that's the torso done, and I've got a lot of cleaning up to do there. Where have I put my... there it is. Careful, children. Remember, we're scraping, not cutting. Scrape, don't cut. Also be careful if you're bleeding fingers. We don't want anyone going to hospital. Particularly me, because I'm in the middle of a stream. Yep, lighter on the needle. Wait until flame spurts out the end. Definitely clear. See, Fargrim knows. Fargrim knows. So what is everybody else up to? Christine, hello. Hello, yes. I think you ask every time you come in if I remember you. Yes, I do remember you, Christine. Unless you're a different Christine than the one that was in on Monday. I believe you're the same Christine. Or was it Thursday? I get mixed up with days. I thought it was Thursday yesterday, and I nearly panicked. Because not only did that mean that I would have missed this stream, it also means that I've not set up Thursday's stream either. And that's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, the next two pieces we need are parts 3 and parts 4, which are his leg pieces here. Haha. Them two pieces. As I said, this one's going to be fisting. He's not going to be waving his sword around. Because I don't have any fist commanders. That sounds wrong. You know what I mean, we're playing Warhammer here, people. Don't go taking it out of context. If you want to do that, please go take it over to someone who does Imperial Fists. And if you watch the internet enough, you might have an idea who... yeah, take the fisting jokes over to him. He enjoys them more. I'm not saying can't get away with a nice innuendo over here, but I don't do fists. I prefer hammers, but he can't take a hammer, so he has to take a fist instead. And I think that's just better overall for him to... so I've still got the fist in there to smack things in the face if they come close, set strength 6. And good morning. I was going to say good evening, Buzzard. Good morning, Buzzard. Good morning. So yeah, we've still got a fist in there to go naff some stuff up, but the veteran's going to carry a metal gun instead. In this case, I'm just going to not have the sword, because I'm pretty sure I've got a few swords. I might have a couple of fists as well, but I'm pretty sure I've got fists on commissars. Okay, I think I've got 2 custom commissars built, because as I said, I got given the other part of the Ashram Military Army, and anything I get from this will just get absorbed into it. Did I put that picture up on Discord? I can't remember. I know it's a ridiculously crammed shot, I know that much, because in the shot you've got all my Eldar at the time, all my Imperial Guard at the time, and a crap load of my Space Marines at the time, because I was just took it from a... Wait a minute. My face is always weird. My face, yeah, it's always weird. It's not just a toy, it's the thing that stops me going crazy. And if it's the thing that stops you going crazy, I say it's medication. Well, in this case, it's therapy. Which is a weird kind of therapy, I know. Right, now we've definitely got a glued unclogged it. Now we've just got to make sure that he's we can attach his, yeah, it's right on his bloody crotch area. So we've got to essentially attach him at the waist for his two legs like that. So I'm going to dry fit the bloody thing first, and then realise that there's a little nubbly bit there that I need to get rid of again. Okay, the older versions, I do like the fact that they're not as monopose as the new ones, but it's kind of more important to get rid of certain nubbly bits on these, because otherwise you don't get the connection. Now, this isn't an old kit, but compared to some of the kits that we've got so far in this, it's one of the older kits. Like the Guardians were quite an old kit as well, from the Eldar. They were very much an old kit. Right, so that's your legs done, mate. And now we need to pop your belly onto your legs. Like that. Kind of. It never goes exact. It never goes exact. Oh, nice white gas. So you're going nice, fast, zoomy boys. The Space Marine equivalent of orcs. Can go fast, go loud. Oh, he's wanting us to go on straight onto the base already. Okay. We can either choose number 6 or number 7. Do we want him stood on a tactical rock, or do we want him stood on a tactical sandbag? Oh, the choices. Tactical rock is there. There. And where's the tactical sandbag? Come on, where's that? There's tactical sandbag. So tactical sandbag seems a little bit lower. No, does it? No, they've got to be the same height, because it's his foot that's going on it, isn't it? Do you want to know something? I'm going to be a rebel. I'm going to have a sandbag instead of a tactical bloody rock. So chop out number 7, which is the sandbag, which is spilling its guts and contents all over the battlefield, as it rightly should be doing, because that means it's took the bullet for him. Right, so we glue that onto his foot, but the other way around. Nope, definitely that way around. And he's going to be stood on that, and then we need the base, which is under the magazine, I think. There it is. And we need the base, and then we glue all that onto there. Okay, I can do that, I think. I'm not that dumb. Some people may disagree. You're allowed to. You're wrong. I am not that dumb. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent person in the world by any stretch of the bloody imagination. Don't worry. I'm just saying I'm not that dumb. Okay. Dude on the base. Needs an head. Needs an arm. And probably needs a sidearm as well, to be quite honest. Probably have a pistol. But it's going to tell us to do a power sword thing, and we don't want to do a power sword thing. We want to have a look for the power fist dude and see what backpack he has. So we need 104, 105 and 106 to do the power fist, instead of the 5 and 18. But we still want the 10, because that's his sidearm. So we don't want these. these. What we do want is the ones that are on the other dude. Oh, the choice. Go for it. How you doing, man? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I'm trying to bumble my way through a Cadian command squad at the minute. It's not easy. It's not easy. So what do we want? One off because I want a power fist on him. And Joe, he be good. A flood of people. He be good morning, Jesus Christ. Joe, good morning, and also yeah, go for it. Hello and good morning. I'm still trying to bumble my way through a command squad, and I've already made changes to what it says I've got to do. It says I've got to put the commander with the power sword, and I'm giving him power fist instead. So 104, 105, and 106, which may not even be on this sprue, because yeah, I'm just that awkward. So find the power fist first. There's 106. So you'd expect 104 and 105 to be somewhere around near it, wouldn't you? One 104 is all the way down in the other corner, down in the corner down here, which is the backpack part. So I'm looking for half an arm, which is 105 there. Right, so I'm going to take 105 out first and then go for the fist. Yeah, wire cutters, still not the best thing. They do work, but there's just more cleanup to do afterwards. And then snippy the fist. Oh, wait a minute, was there another fist? I thought there was a fist that had two fingers out pointing as well. Am I going nuts? Am I thinking of a different sprue? I'm just checking on the other sprue in case of... No, I am right, look. There's I've got two... Ooh, I could do two fists. Do I want two fists? Yes, we shall. All hail the tactical sandbag. Screw the tactical rock. It's inferior. We want tactical sandbags. Don't tell Twisted. Shh. He might have gone to get something to eat, and he does like his tactical rocks. And tactical everything's really. No, I can just go for that one with the backpacky side, which was 104 down here. So I've clipped the shoulder bit out, and I didn't need to, because I've got a command power fist rather than a standard power fist. A pointy, you guys go over there and do stuff type of power fist. I wish it'd give +1 to leadership. That would make it so much better. Instead, it just means I've got more things to paint. Yeah. It is lazy mini painting, and although I'm not so much lazy about it, it's just I've got ADHD, so ooh, shiny against me. Which I've now found out. Didn't know at the start. But yeah, now I'm doing that bit. I don't know what's going to happen. Where did it go? What was I saying? I don't know. Please, someone help! I've lost control of myself, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh yeah, I'm gluing. What was I saying? I can't remember now. Right, get his backpack on, you absolute buffoon, before you forget that you're making a model. Working a morning coffee, just put the kettle on. Sparkles was absolutely amazing for me and made me a cup of tea just as I was going live, because I'd forgotten to. I've already had one today. But it's good to have a cup of tea to hand, especially when I'm doing this, because I've got reading to do later, which is always fun, listening to me trying to read. So this should connect up. Unless I've put that on the wrong way. No, that looks the right way around. Unless he's supposed to have that command backpack regardless. But this is looking like I'm going to have to chop a certain piece off, which is this end bit here, because otherwise it's not going to fit, because I've put the wrong backpack on like an idiot. Thinking I was smart, and I'm not. I've put the wrong backpack on, so I've got to do modifications. Yay. Fun modifications. And what I'll do is I'll get it roughly where it needs to be, and because it is plastic, it should stay, and then I can bend it ever so slightly later on just to, or trim it down, and I can sort the overhang out once it's dry and actually working. But now he's got a 2-finger throw you over there pose on his yeah, I think you should. I'm agreeing with Fargo in this one. I think you get a +1 leadership for having a tactical sandbag instead of a tactical rock, just because you're not a wuss and you'll stand behind something that degrades. Right, so next page, we've jumped way ahead of what it wanted us to do. So if you're actually following this as a guide on how to build it, then I'm sorry. I've already gone off script. So it's giving him a sidearm, nice, and it's saying he's holding his helmet. Yeah, why not? He's a badass. Fuck it. Anything else I need to put on 23, which is a shoulder pad on the arm that's holding. So we need 26 and 27. They're going to be on here somewhere. I hope they're on here. Or they should be on here, but it's whether or not they're actually bloody labelled right. Well, 10's labelled right, that's good. 26 and 27. One of them's an arm and one of them's a bloody helmet. Can't be that hard to find. There's 27, which is the helmet there. So I'm clipping that out first, sod it. Do we need a 52 at any point? No, good. Just asking in case it was there, because I found that as well while I'm at it. So I've got his helmet. Now I need to find 26, which of course is not next to it. 26 is all the way down here. But then I've got to find 23. Where? Oh, did I find 23 earlier? Nope. Yeah, I did. 23's there. Right. Why couldn't they have just done his arm with the shoulder pad on? I don't know. I really don't know. But he's going to be a badass and hold his helmet. Stand there on his sandbag. Ready to give someone a damn good fisting. Oh, you've got to love 40k for its innuendos and just the ability to string sentences together like that is absolutely fantastic. Right, this goes on in which direction? So this glues on like that. And then the arm glues onto the shoulder and then onto the other side of it. So we're going to have to scrape his helmet. The things I get to say and do, and I get to say a lot of strange things. And they're in context. They're in context. It's over there. Thank you, Joe. See? Hey, it helps. It helps. As I said, everybody else is here to help and do things, and if you spot it before I do, tell me. Obviously having an inverted camera doesn't help, but So a tiny little bit of glue on there. And that goes onto that belt buckly bit there. And then we want to shave off his shoulder a bit because he's still got a bit of gubbins. And this is where Laz almost sends himself to hospital if he's not careful. Nice slicing down the back of his thumb live on camera. This is why we be careful. So don't worry if you're tired of it squeamish, I will do my best not to get blood on the camera. Not saying I won't cut myself, I'll do my best not to get blood on the camera. Obviously there is a big difference in that, and then I'm going to try and struggle as much as I can to put that back in place. Now that it's sticking to my finger. And I don't have tweezers because that would just be a clever and smart thing to own in this position. So I don't have them. So everything's done with big clunky fingers. See? Drop that bit. Everything's done with big clunky fingers. See, the smart version of me would have gone upstairs and got my glasses. Oh, I get to choose, do I want this to be a dude or a chick? Oh. And what's the first one that I find? Is 11. It's right there. I don't know, that's a bit of a playing head though, isn't it? What's these ones over here? Cadian. Oh, that one's him shouting. That's supposed to be for a Voxcaster though. Oh, he can't have an helmet on, can he? Because he's holding it. Dumbass. I'm stupid. I'm sure that made sense, and I'm sure it makes sense to everyone else what Twisted Nerves has just put, but for some reason the words are just not computing in my head. My head's telling me it should. It's going, oh, that's actually a good thing he's done. And I'm actually trying to figure out what's... Okay, that hurts and it shouldn't hurt. Why am I having trouble understanding a basic sentence? Yeah, I don't understand. It's gone. Anyway, we have a commander. And he's very pointy. He's willing to... with his power fist. He's a little bit fruity. Go stand there next to the Space Marines. Go see if they want any testing. Next is the banner bearer. Now we do want the banner bearer. We do want the banner bearer. So now we want to do 28 and 29, which are the legs. Oh, look at me, they're right there. Yay. I like it when that happens. I do. $28. $29. Does he get a tactical sandbag? No. Okay. Does he get a tactical rock? No. Aww. Just gets to wave a big flag around. Waving flag around, waving flag around. Everybody else is shooting, well, I get to wave me flag around. Right, is this like some stupidly small connection point or something, or am I not line? How do you line this? Right, something like this, which is actually more difficult to line up than you would expect. Oh no, it's not. I've just got to get. There's a weird wiggly line bit there. You've got to get that wiggly line to match into it, and it works. It does. The wiggly line bit. Jam it in the crotch. Seems to be how you put a lot of models together nowadays, which I'm not too happy about. It's got to jam things in the crotch. Okay. Then we need a 30 and a 31, which again, luckily, are right next to each other there. So we got that one and that one. We forgot to put 10 on him, on the leader. Forgot to do number 10, which is his pistol. I always forget about pistols. You can fire them in shooting phase in close combat, you know. You've got to shoot the thing you're in close combat with, but it's a free attack. So a plasma pistol is not a bad idea. It's going to be in a holster, so you can't actually see what type of pistol it is. So you can just kind of say it's a plasma pistol. Look, there's the handle. So power fist, plasma pistol. That's not a bad little combination actually. He's gonna blow himself up, innit? He's gonna fire his pistol once. He's gonna miss. And then he's gonna blow up with his own pistol. That's what's gonna happen, isn't it? I can already see it now. Right, now how's this supposed to go on here? Am I supposed to put the back on first? Right, I think I'm supposed to put the back on first. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? So I'm completely buggering off the combat patrol setup. I've left that behind a while ago, I believe. But going back to the WYSIWYG thing and having what you've got on him, just because I'm equipping mine with the power fist, if it comes to someone to go, no, I want to play just the combat patrol rules, I can go, right, okay, the guy with the power fist isn't the leader, he's the guy with the power fist for the rules, and the guy with the melter gun's the leader and he's got the sword. He's not got a melter gun, he's got a sword. But he stands out because he's got a melter gun, you see. So you don't have to do WYSIWYG in as much as you believe you have to, especially if you're playing friendly games, as long as you both know what bloody hell's going on. Right, so now that we've got him on there like that, yeah, we need to glue him on a base. Then glue an head on. Glue a head on. Glue a head on. Oh, no, get a bit more central it. There we go. And then we get to choose 32, 33, or a 2-part head. No, we're not doing a 2-part head. Who on earth wants to do a 2-part head? Why would you? Idiots. 32 and 33. There they are. And you got 34s up here, and then you've got little tiny bits. See 35 like that, a little gas mask rebreather thing to go into. Oh, it is tempting. But no, I'm going to go for 32. I don't know what the difference is. I have no idea because my eyes aren't that good and to tell what the difference is. I'm just going for 32 because it's the first one. So if anyone does know what the difference is, awesome. If you want to tell me, that's fine. The description is down at the bottom, and there is a current ongoing live chat, and there is also a comment section. So if you know what the difference is between half the heads that I've chosen, see, I could see with the commander because it was helmetless. This one, I have no idea. Could be a chappie, could be a lassie, could be Schnauzer the Snooper Duck, for all I know. What I do know is I need a 50, a 51, which is easy to find because that's the big banner. So you would imagine that like 50 is right next to it because that's the arms that hold the big banner. You would think, wouldn't you? You know. So this is the partial arm without a hand. Which is that. We got there eventually. It's a pain to bloody find these. I'm not going too quickly either, am I? Too much chattering. Too much chattering and chunnering. Shut up, lads. Get your models built. Great big whopping banner, which is so easy to spot, is the biggest thing on them. Bleeding Sprue. So ideally what you want to do is glue the arm onto the banner first. Ideally, because it kind of wraps around the banner a bit like that, and then you can glue the shoulder on afterwards. So getting a little bit on the shaft of the flagpole isn't a bad thing because some of his arm does actually glue to it there. See, now we've got a nice arm on a banner. You could have two fists in the command squad. But again, if he's getting close enough to me for me to have to use fists, I'm scared. Because they've got through the tanks and they've got through the people. Who can have fists in the command squad? And can they have? Is it fist or special weapon? Okay, I'm going to need somebody else's help here. I'm primarily not a guard player. I have a guard army and I'm obviously building up and I would like to flesh it out nicely. But I'm not a guard player. So can I give the veteran a fist and a melter gun? If I can do that, that's awesome. Or if I've got to put two veterans in and give one a fist, one a melter gun and lose either the Vox or the medic. Because I'm already building the banner bearer. Perhaps I might just go for the two fists. Although have I just lost? No, there it is. There's the shoulder. So I have the potential to go back and do two fists. But I would like to have a melter gun in there. How big is your guard army going to be once the magazine is done? Definitely gonna have about between 40 to 60 guardsmen. No, I've got more than that. I've got more than 20 guardsmen already. That's not including the Tempestus Scions. I think I've got 20 Tempestus Scions, 40 guardsmen, 7 Lehman Russes, 9 heavy weapons bases. Couple of custom commissars. I'm not sure how many command squads I can build overall. I think it's 2. But yeah, the Baneblade. 2 Chimeras, a Taurox Prime, and then I'm going to have this command squad plus another 2 units of guardsmen and the heavy ordnance teams and another scout. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot. I'm going to have almost enough to be able to field a 2,000 point army. Almost. These things are dirt cheap to put on the battlefield. I'm going to give some like 60 points for 10. Stupid. Well, it's like 200 points for 10 if I want Space Marines. Well, no, I think it's cheaper than that if I want standard intercessors, but if I want anything decent, it's looking, yeah. So these is dirt cheap. I like these because of that. So I can do tank rush as well as have guys in there. Right, I need a banner topper. Yeah, let's go for the what looks to be the thickest and heaviest to go on that little tiny spot on top of the banner. And we ain't pinning people. No, we're not pinning it. We're just gonna flat out glue the damn thing because it should glue on a nice little flat bit there. Once I've shaved off the bit that's not so flat. And make that a bit flatter. That helps. So yeah, we're going to find the most awkward to balance bit. And that's the bit that we're going to try and have on the flagpole on the top. Because again, I'm clever and like to make things nice and simple, obviously. Right, saying I've got to slap a gun on his back and give him just a hand. So the gun on the back that he wants me to use is number 49, and just the hand down his side is number 48. Alright then. I wish I could give you something more, mate, I really do. But I'm not sure what else he can have. So the commander and the veteran can have a power fist, but can the veteran still take a melter gun? And there's 48. Down near the flamer. And the melter gun. Because if the veteran can still take a melter gun, then he's definitely getting loaded up with a power fist and melter gun. But I can't go and check now. A Crucius is the only vehicle you can cram. Twisted, that is an absolute huge transport. You take it. Why are you even fielding 20 Ogren in the first place? And how have you managed to get 20 of them to move in the same direction? And don't say Commissar, that's cheating. Because Ogrens are just dumb. But Jesus Christ, no, sorry, Holy Emperor even. That's a lot of Ogrens in one transport. That's a scary thing. Especially if the transport has any reasonable armor. So it's like, nope, these Ogrens are getting to you. You don't get a choice in that matter. They're definitely getting there. And obviously once the Ogrens get out, well, whether you've got Ogrens or Bulgrins, because you've got 20, you're taking multiple units. Because Ogren, fair enough. So why did I go out and get those 10 Terminators? Because done like that. Because hammers. I get it. And it is, yeah, Ogrens. Ogren's is Ogren's. Ogren's big, Ogren's dumb, Ogren's move anything out of the way that you don't want there. Whether it be enemy or tank or building, no, they'll move. It'll move before they will. Which is the fun things about Ogren's. So, flag holdery dude has gun on his back, which is gonna stay now. See, that's a gun strapped to his back. So now we have commander and we have flag bearer. What are we up to next? What are we up to next is the medipack. So one person can take a medipack. I think that's how it works. But they can't take any other upgrades. So 55 and 56. On that picture up there, it looks like he's on that picture there, it looks like he's squatting. He's not. 55 and 56, 57 are all around there. 58 is just next to it as well. So we're doing alright there. Providing, of course, that is, yep, not 57, 58, 59 somewhere else is, I think. So we know we need that. Ow, my finger. Trapping it in the handle of your wire cutters does not help. It hurts, in fact. It hurts. Don't do it. So now I'm tired now because I don't think I can do both. Mainly because I'll just be stupidly powerful, wouldn't it? Having punchy melee and punchy range. But I like melter guns. I like power fists, but I prefer hammers. So off that basis, I think I should still give him the melter gun. I should have really got food first, but I was stood around waiting in the shop because the till system went down and they couldn't do anything, so I had to all on manual, and it was dealing with customers and it was a pain in the butt. So I didn't get a chance to go do my usual nip to go get something to eat. After, well, I could have done it while I was waiting really, but I had no idea how long she was going to take. So I kind of wanted to get back so it could, yeah. Aha. It is that way around. That way around? Come on, make this easier. Make this easier. Don't be a ha ha ha. I think I see the I see the blind man to the deaf mute. I'm copying you there, Alan. Sorry about that, man. The veteran with chain shards can change it for a power fist. The other veteran can change his lasgun for a melter. But if I've got a Vox, a medic, and a standard bearer, I don't think any of those can take the melter, because one's got the Vox, one's the medic, one's the standard bearer. So I don't think any of them can take a melter gun, which leaves me with only one veteran. So as you said there, it's a choice you've got to make. It's either that goes on or that goes on. So I've got to make a choice. I think I have melter gun special weapons already, so I might be able to run like a veteran team or a special weapons team. I think I have some special. I know I have flamers already, and I know I have a few plasma guns already, so I could possibly just chop the flamers off and put melter guns on instead, and have a dedicated anti-light vehicle or anti-elite unit along with the plasma guns. The plasma guns more the anti-elite rather than anti-light vehicle, but the melter gun being more anti-light vehicle, being with the, I think they've got the anti-vehicle keyword. In fact, no, they don't. They don't have the anti-vehicle keyword, but they do have. Well, they are stronger and essentially flat out strength 8, aren't they? Now this chappie needs 59, 60 and 61. And then he gets glued to his, well, I should get glued to his base in a second now. So 59. $60. I really need to find my actual snips. I've got a black pair and I've got a blue pair and I've got my GW set, and I can't find any one of them, which just means that I need to definitely sort out my working area. And why can't I get rid of whatever that is? No, you're just not. Look, you're in the way. Go. You know, when people have hair show off by getting rid of it because they've got too much, so they can just let it go. It's showing off, isn't it? Right, so this bit is 59, and the two prongy bits go sticking up. And if you've not shaved it down properly, like I didn't, it sometimes takes a little bit of force, but it will go in, see. And then the arm, which has got the medikit on it, which is 60, goes on this arm. Like so, so his strap lines up. Then we've got a 61, which is a bedroll, and then a 67. 61 here is extremely tiny. And then a 67 is an arm with shouldery. Where's blood? It's a las gun, so I don't think it's actually on there. $67, there it is. And it should give you enough las guns to do certain things. It might not give you loads of las guns, but it should give you enough for at least 2 or 3 guys. We've used one already because it's strapped to the back of the. What's it got? A banner bearer. That's it. And once again, addressing those people who drill out gun barrels. These are las guns, so they don't have holes like a standard gun. So I'm not drilling any barrels out because it'll break the mirror at the end. And the focusing lens, or whatever you want to call it. either way, you don't drill the barrels out on these. I don't drill the barrels out at all, but yeah. Oh, the veteran with lasgun and standard can switch for a map. Oh. Oh. I maybe when I come, it's glued now, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of working, but that's not a bad thing. So when it comes to me doing my guard proper, because I'm gonna have to get them all out and find out what the hell I've got going on. Yeah, then I'll start looking at, so he can take a melter gun. Right, that's made me happy. He's got a las gun for now, but I know he can take a melter gun, which means the other one can take a melter gun as well. Well, don't drop this bit. We've got to glue this bit onto his back. It's a tiny little bit. And I don't know why I've put him so far off centre on the base either. I'm doing my best now to try and knock this into place. Down there. Excellent. Now we just need a head. 63 or 64. Mask. I see a mask. I hate doing skin tones. My Space Marine army are Salamander successors, because out of all the skin tones, a slight dry brush grey is quite easy. Bit of grey, very very light white over the top, bright red eyes. Bosh, you have salamanders. Now we have a medic. I think these are going together reasonably quick compared to normal. A melter strength 9, is it? Oh, it is. I'm thinking of 9th edition. It's around 10th, aren't we then? I've not played much of 10th. I've not a chance to play over 10th very often, which is a bit of a pain. I'm not happy about it, but not much I can do. Right. So now we're on for Voxcaster, and this is the Master Vox. So it's 68 and 69 for torso. So they're all the way over here with the Vox thingy. I'm guessing a lot of this is, well, I'm hoping a lot of this is going to be in this area. There's the postie. He's not, so he's not got a parcel. Not that I'm expecting anything. You never know, those sparkles might just order something that I don't know about, but it usually doesn't come through the post to use. Sparkles has ordered it. Right, 68 and 69 after I've done a little tiny bit of cleanup. If it even bloody needs it. It usually does. My stomach is protesting. But you can wait until I've built the models. Then I'll go for a break. While everyone else has a bit of a break as well if they need one. We'll go make a brew, bathroom, toilet, whatever. Do whatever you need to do because you've been waiting. Or if you've not been waiting. Because there's no reason for most of you to wait, in all fairness. Unless you're listening to me at work. In which case you're probably already on your break. Oh, this guy's got slotty things in him. Bloody, oh great. This guy's got lots of stuff. So then we want 70, 71 and 72. And 70 and 71 look like very small pieces. That's 70. Which goes at his waist. I'm not sure what 71 is. I just know it's very bloody small. And it's all the way over here. See, 71 there. It's not nice, so I'm going to clip that bit out because I don't want to have to find that again. 74 looks like it's part of his. Yeah, 74's not too far away, so we'll remember where that is up there. And try not to hit the camera, lads. Come on. So now knowing we can still get a metal gun and 2 power fists in there, as well as the banner, we're going for the power fist on the other guy. So this wishes to clip in how? How on earth is saying I should have? Right, that bit goes in his chest. I know that bit. With the snorkely thing going up, because that's going to be a microphone. Oh, right, it does actually have a peg on it. It's just a weird angle that it's telling you to put it in at. So it looks like you're putting it in sideways. You're not. You're kind of thrusting it in like that. So then the other 2 bits get to clip alongside it. And there's a nice little nubbly bit that's going to stop it going in. But as it's just been softened by glue, that should shave down quite easily. Remove any excess that we can, and then a little bit of glue on the end again and try again. Hopefully this time it goes nice and flush. There we go. So from there we want 73, which looks like a leg with something attached to it. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, thank you very much, Fargrim, for confirming that for me. So we are going to end up with a lot of standard bearers and a lot of people with flags walking around with some very powerful guns. So I'm going to change all my flag bearers when I get around to doing it. They're all getting plasma guns or melter guns or something equivalent. Right, so how's this supposed to clip into here? It's not telling me, it's not giving me a very snug fit, and I can't see any blatant. Oh, there we go. There we go. Is it supposed to be down a little bit? No, it's supposed to be quite flush up to it, but it's not going to let me. So glue on the leg and the section that's going to slot into the side here, like that. You stay there now. Right, on a base you go. Why does it feel like I'm a base missing? 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, I'm not. I just stack them up because I'm an idiot. That's all. I just stack them up. So I'm going to have a lot of work to do when it comes to sorting my guardsmen out. I have no idea what condition they're actually fully in at the moment. So when I do pull out all those guardsmen, I'll have to sort them out into units, which, oh boy, is that going to be fun. I don't even know what can go in half the units. So I guess we'll figure that out. We need 70. Have we just done 73? Yeah, so now we need 74. So we've got to work out all the units, and I know every unit is pretty much going to want to have a Vox in it. I know that much, because that will help them receive and send orders. But other than that, I'm not so sure what else they need. Right, so this is supposed to go on there. Right, if it's going to go on there, that means that that bit's got to go in. Something has to go where that hole is. Something has to go there, because that's what's covering this, and it's saying it goes that way around. So I'm guessing it goes there like that. Looks about right. Then we want, oh, we've still not put 72 on yet, which is the great big whopping backpack bit. That bit over there. Let's go all the way back to this bit before he had his leg. And we'll put his backpack on. Supposed to have had that by now. Whoops. Missed a bit. Missed quite an important functional bit as well. Line it up properly, lads. Come on. You know how to do this. Okay, so now we're done up to 74. Now we need 77, 78, 79 and 80. So that's 77. 78 is a weird arm. So let's take 77 out first. So now let's have a look. Just make sure we are getting the right. Yeah, 77, 78. 78 on this one. This is the most irritating part about some of these sprues, is finding whichever ones you need to do. 91, 94, 73s, no. $78, there it is. There we are. It's right near the weird Necrony looking thing. Oh no, it's not. It's got Imperial logo on it. So it's a tank trap. It's a tank trap. So now I've got to clean up his wrist and glue his wrist to his head. Well, his hand, that's right next to his head. And then glue it all onto his shoulder. So very, very, very small little pieces. Very small little pieces. So going back to what Twisted was saying about how many Ogryns you can take into a thing, I kind of understand taking 20 Ogryns because I did a similar thing with Terminators, didn't I? Now I've got like 35 Terminators, 45 I've got a lot of Terminators now that I can field. I know that much. Get your head in, now get your shoulder out. This is kind of a force into place. And then we want 79 and 80. Now I spotted them a moment ago, so they can't be that far away. He says 79. And that says 114. Where's 80? 79, where's 80? All the way over the other side, of course it is. So clip out 79. And then we go all the way over the other side for a shoulder pad. And number 80. Oh, if I want the melt, I lose the banner. Right, no, I'm going to have to keep the banner then. I'm just going to I'll probably just purge all my flamer, guys. So anyone who's got a flamer will lose it and we'll get a melter instead. I should have. Should I lose the plasmas for the melters? No, because they've got a nice 24-inch range. Lose the flamers. Lose the flamers for the melters. And then, yeah. It shouldn't be too much of a faff around them. In theory. Because I'm just changing the weapon. The handle layout should still be the same wherever it is. Yeah, I thought he said he needs to get his hand underneath and in there. Oh, that was easy. Honest. Right, now another one of these bloody things. With the shoulder that's not going on. Oh, that doesn't help. No, that's going to set quicker than that because it's sod's law. Yeah, you just stand there shouting into your thing, mate. You're fine. Okay. Now, final guy. And I'm going to see how long I've been going for now. Just because if I've been going for too long, I don't think people can stand me for that long, in fairness. No worries, Graham. I'll catch you later. And have a good day. Oh, don't stress out too much. No, so this one's going to end up being the Power Fist guy, isn't it? And then, yeah, I can make much more multi-melters afterwards. So 81 and 82 are the legs, and there's 81. Well, it can't be that hard to find a bloody... Oh, there it is, 82. It's a leg. It's not like it's a gun arm or something that's... I've got hundreds of on here. Well, not hundreds, but you get what I mean. There's loads of the bloody things. It's a leg. They'd never give you spare legs in Games Workshop. So I know there can only be 10 bloody legs on this thing. They'll give you loads of spare arms, loads of spare heads, loads of other bits, but not enough to have spare legs. Because if you have spare legs and spare torsos, then you can make spare guys. And they don't like... If you can buy a box of 10 guys and you can actually make 11 or 12, they don't like that. You only get what you pay for. And you've got to buy more if you want more. Unlike the old art box set where you used to get 11 models. And that was wonderful. Because art boys shoot you 10 art boys plus a knob leader. It was awesome, it was great. Yeah, so this fella now wants past 84, 83 and 84. So there's 83, which is his back part of his torso. 84, which is just here. We'll do 83 first, which is there. This is going well. All things considering. I will reschedule another stream for later on tonight to do the reading bit, which will be a very short stream, I know. So later on tonight at 9:30, that time, I will do the reading bits. I'm going to try and keep to that if I can. So next week, which we already know is paints, there won't be a morning stream. I'll just do the late stream because it's reading. As for the how to paint Cadians, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait for that, because I will like to keep this paint guide just to paint Cadians, because I have Cadians. Lots of, as we already discussed. So I will actually be using that to paint my Cadians. But they're not all out, they're all stuck in the cupboard at the moment in the box, because I'm in the middle of other projects. So I won't be covering the paint section after this. I will be covering that a little, well, I'll be covering that on the models and musings instead, because I'll actually be doing painting. Kinda makes sense, doesn't it? Right, once you put those on, then once you do get 100 and 85, not 185, 100, and then pick a shoulder pad for it, because 100 is a pistol, and this is a bolt pistol. So if you can have a bolt pistol, I'm guessing you can have a plasma pistol. Yeah, would make sense. It's not like you need two hands to hold the plasma pistol. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Not well. Luckily, then it should be a relatively short one for you to you won't be having to spend too much time catching up. But thank you, Twisted, for actually. If you do come back and watch it afterwards, that's wonderful, because that doesn't happen for me very often. It doesn't. I'm going to give him a plasma pistol to go with his power fist, because I think I can. And I get to give him the classic Warhammer, both out weapons in the air raised kind of pose. You're like, raw, yeah. Give him one of them ones. Right. Next is 104, which I've already used and then clipped about and fucked around with. So I need to find another backpack somehow, which will be the one that the leader should have had, which is not here, and not blatantly obvious for me to go and get. If it is it on this one? There's the power fist. I'm going to have to find the other backpack. It is the last guy, so I can go have a look on other sprues. I do have other guard sprues that I was given along when I got given the other guard army. Well, the guard army. So I should hopefully have some kind of spare backpack to replace the one that I hacked up, because I was too eager to get one on my commander. Ah, get out of there. However, Fargrim has shown me the error of my ways, that I should not have done that, because I can still take two of them. I now just need to find a backpack for him. It should be 104, but I've already used 104 on the commander. But as long as it pretty much looks the part, we should be okay. We just need to find a relevant backpack that might look the part. Which the only one we have at the moment is this one. It's the only other backpack we have. But seeing as it's the last guy, I don't think we'll be using it on anyone else. So let's have a bit of that off and see how it looks. I just need the pipe. We just need the pipe to go into it. That's all we need. Also look like it could go into it. Close enough, we can fill that gap in later on. In fact, if we turn that around, does that help? Oh, because the canteen is on the wrong way that way. We definitely need some kind of backpack just to help fill that back section out. And stop that looking quite as weird with the big gap. But it has got a big gap. Yeah, I can have a plasma pistol. Awesome. So he's going to be the raging guy. It's essentially going to be the equivalent of me. Not the commander. No, this guy's just going to angry and running forward. If he doesn't blow himself up before he gets to you, he's going to blow you up and punch you in the face. And for a head, it says 87 or 68. Well, what happens if I want to give him 63? Or 88? I don't think you should be able to dictate to me, Mr. Hachette Works, what helmet I'm using and what head I'm going to use, because you mess up all the daft bloody bits and get the numbers wrong. So I'm going to use head number 15 because he's shouting. That's what I'm going to do, because he's shouting. I'm going to do it. Hey, he's a happy chappy, you see. Look at that. Yeah! He's giving a big cheer. How can you not be happy with that? So that is Acadian command squad, is what they wanted you to look at like. And mine looks not too dissimilar. I've just gone for one more fisty guy. That's all. I've got a sword on him and put the fist on him. So I've got fisty guy. I need to put a pistol on him. Thank you very much for the reminder. I need to find a sufficient looking holstered pistol. Or is it only one holstered pistol? You are absolutely having a giraffe. There is only one holstered pistol. And it apparently wishes to look like a lasgun. But it could be a very swanky plasma gun. That's been stripped down for kind of one use. And that's what I forgot to put on the captain, the commander, the leader, dude. Guy with the tactical sandbag. That is supposed to go in there. Something to just nudge it into place. Because I can't get my big fat fingers in there. There we go. And ka-ching, we have one Cadian command squad. He's screaming overcharge, see? And charge! He might end up being my favourite model out of the command squad. Even though you've got him who's not quite sure what's going on, he's like, I can't hear you, mate, I can't hear you. He's got too much of a smug look on his face, seeing as he's having a bit of a pint there, hasn't he, as well? He's bored. He's not sure, I've got a big pole I want to be shooting. And then you've got the medic who's just quite happy that everyone's still standing up. Obviously, medic is masked up for hygiene reasons. And that is the Cadian Command Squad. Thank you very much for anyone who's joined and anyone who's been new. If you want to hit any likes, subscribes, do the YouTube algorithmy thing, that's up to you. Please feel free to do it if you wish, and don't if you don't want to. I will be back later on tonight with the reading section. As I said, I will be covering how to paint Cadians, or how this wants you to paint Cadians, when I actually paint my Cadians. So that could be later on this year, that could be in a month or two, that could be next week, who knows. But it does give you a paint guide, and we will have the paints to get them looking something like this, apparently. I don't think it's going to work that easy. But we do also, later on tonight, get the reedy sections, which obviously is going to be about the Astra Militarum. And the whatever campaign little mission we want to do. They want us to do to teach us how to use this Cadian Command Squad. What are we getting next week though? White Scar and Aerial Yellow paints. So as I said, it'll probably be just a late stream that week. Then we might miss a week and do a double, because we get part 1 of 2, and we get Cadian shock troops over 2 issues, telling us more about the Astral Militarum units and a new scenario. But we've got lots of, hopefully that means we've got lots of reading to do next week, which will be wonderful. So again, thank you very much for joining me, and I will schedule it for later on this evening in about 9.5 hours, so people have got time to do stuff, finish work, get home, sort kids out, do whatever you need to do during the day. And I look forward to seeing you all later. Thank you.